everybody, welcome back to another vlog. We are gonna spend a day together today. It is currently Friday. It is like usually a content filming day for me, but I am a little bit ahead, which is nice. So I think I'm gonna go out on like a little thrift extravaganza, maybe get myself a nice coffee, you know, just take you along with me, maybe show you some of my favorite spots to thrift, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then of course see what else we get up to today. But first, while I'm getting dressed, I'm doing the optimization OCD thing where I'm like, if I do this, then I should do this. And then if I do this, I should do this. And like, it's kind of helps, but also kind of makes things complicated. But anyways, regardless, I'm trying to maximize my time. So before I get dressed, or as I'm getting dressed, I'm gonna film a get dressed with me. And then we're gonna go out. I might even film some clips for main channel content. I'm just trying to do it all, you know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna start off doing. Who knows where the rest of the day will take us, but we're going back to California this weekend. So I'm just trying to get all of my favorite things done today that I want to do in Arizona, so that I don't leave feeling like, I didn't do anything I wanted, you know? So, first things first, we're gonna film some short form content. In case you're wondering how I do that, I like to film with the back facing camera because it's better quality, but I can't see myself. And I've bought those like monitors before. To me, it doesn't work, and I don't know, I can't see it anyway. So I actually just placed my phone in front of a full-length mirror that I have right here. Here, I'll show you. And then I'm able to see myself through my phone screen on the mirror and like make sure that I'm still in frame. You know, just super expert cinematography here. So let me get my positioning right. And then I usually take like a sample video, and I can see right there if I'm centered or not. There's my test. I was standing like basically at the rug. And we are good to go. All right, you know what? I'm dressed. I cut off my camera halfway through because I changed like 4 times because I'm just having one of those days where absolutely nothing looks good. I hate everything I own. You know those days. This is what I ended up with. It's not bad, it's just basic. I like doing a little outfit repeater moment, you know. Feels very cute, very millennial. I have my little star clips on. It's fine, but I may end up just changing into flip-flops. I'm just feeling like overstimulated and like, ugh. Normally I'd cut this out, but this is real life. All right, the flip-flops, sensory-wise, feel better. I'm gonna throw on some glasses because I can't see without them. And we're gonna go get an iced coffee and go thrifting. That will help. All right, first up, oh my God, there's so many trees down in this parking lot from this storm. Sorry, that's on the ground. I got distracted. All right, first stop on our thrifting day has to be coffee. So I'm going to Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros has really good flavored iced coffees or like iced lattes and stuff. But if you're in it for the quality of the coffee, that's not really what you're gonna get. Do you know what I mean? It's good for like, if you want a Golden Eagle, that's a really good drink. Dutch Bros is really good at what they're good at, if that makes sense. I haven't quite decided what I wanna get. I think I might get a Golden Eagle, but do it half sweet. I might make it up on the fly, but we gotta have our little sweet treat for our thrift trip. Hello, how are you? Can I please have a medium Golden Eagle? And can I do that decaf? And is it possible to do it like half of the sweetness? Of course. Okay. Hi, how are you? Good.
Did you like that decaf folder?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, have a good day. Okay. I know that this is not a big deal, but you know when you get a coffee and it's white? Like, I have to say something. I have to go back up. I have to say something. This is milk. I have been just trying to be better about like speaking up if, you know, I would like something changed. Or this is insane. Oh, I feel so bad, but I have to go say something. I was already kind of crashing out about not knowing, you know, when you go through everything in your closet, you don't like the way anything looks, you're trying on 10 different outfits, you're just wanting to stay home, whatever. I was like, let me go get a coffee and everything will be better. And then this shade of iced coffee. Again, I'm just kidding. I know that there are bigger problems in the world, but this is my personal horror movie. Okay, BRB. Okay, we got our new coffee. It's kind of the same color. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm moving on with my life. Goodbye, let's go thrifting. All right, the next stop is St. Vincent de Paul's thrift store. There's only, I think, 2 of these in Phoenix. There's a huge one in LA that's amazing, but there's a couple smaller ones on the west side of Phoenix, and they're actually really good. I've found like vintage Disney before. I've filmed like main channel videos here. I'm gonna just take a quick browse. I'm mostly looking for like tank tops, maybe some like men's sweatshirts just to have around the house or to like DIY or something. Maybe some men's shorts, like we'll see. So I'm not gonna do like a full on, you know what I mean, like main channel level thrift with me kind of thing, but we're gonna take our glass of milk and just see what they've got. Nothing can get me down today. You know why? Because I've decided. All right, we're gonna start in the men's as always. Looking in the sweatshirts. I guess it's like sweaters and sweatshirts. I've actually found really, really good stuff here before, so let's see. Got a little windbreaker. It's pretty nice actually. Ooh, this is definitely women's, but that is so cute for $10.50. What's the color today? Oh, it's 50% off. Dang. See, the thing is, like, when would I ever be able to wear this? It's so cute though. I don't know if you can see that far, but blue tags are $1.29, orange is 50% off, and green is 25% off. Challenge accepted. This is a really good basic to flip for $6.60 maybe. Do love Sedona. This is a maybe. Ooh, we got a good old bomber from Sussex. And I mean, that would be what, $7.50? Not bad. I have just a plain navy blue hoodie, which is always good for flipping. I'm probably not gonna take but like maybe one of these, but I just like to make my decisions at the end. We got an Old Navy zip up fleece from, I don't know if it's 06, because usually Old Navy has a tag that tells you like when it's from. Either way, that's a throwback. Got a Old Navy quarter zip, or Old Navy Adidas quarter zip for less than $5. That's awesome. Oh wait, this is an actual Harvard one. I mean, I already have a white one, but this is like kind of more vintage vibes. Might have to hang on to this one. Well, Victoria's Secret pink. Remember, this is definitely women's. Always love a St. John's Bay tag. Okay, see, this is why I come here, because I just found a vintage London Fog trench coat, like a true vintage trench coat, and it's gonna be $10. It's gray. If this was like a tan, like the kind of classic trench color, I might consider it. But see, for $10, like, I think I have to. We'll see. I already feel so much better. My mood instantly lifted. I love thrifting. You guys, look at this. This leather jacket, 100% genuine leather from Northern Explorer. This is a sickening leather jacket, $7.50. That's what I'm talking about when I say I want thrift store prices. The freaking hood zips off too. I mean, it is so long. It's almost like a leather trench. This is an absolutely top tier thrift find, but I think I might have to leave it. I just would never be able to wear this. I don't live anywhere cold. Okay, I narrowed it down to the London Fog jacket, the Harvard crew neck, and the plain red crew neck. Everything else either had like a stain, or I was just like, I'm not gonna use it. So now we've moved on to the men's shorts. I did find this pair of cargos. I just worry that they're not gonna be baggy enough in the leg. It's really cute. I might have to try them on and see. Sadly, I don't think these are my size. I'm looking at some of these hats that are right behind me. Highway research program. Maybe. Look at this little vintage hat. It's a kid's hat. And it has all these animals on it. This embroidery, it's $3.50. I guess it's 25% off of that, but I wish this was in my size. I'd wear it. Okay, now we're looking in the women's shorts. I immediately see these kind of like sweat short thingies. They're like not shorts, but they're not capris. And I think this would be so fun to do something on my Cricut and make them Disney and wear them to Disneyland. $5.30 maybe. I also saw this white pair of board shorts. Be cute for like the beach or something. There's this pair of pants by, I don't know the brand, but it literally says Australia on it. Dawnbreaker, I think. If anyone's from Australia, can you tell me if that's like a popular brand? That's so funny. I'm now taking a quick browse through the capris. I I saw these kind of baggier black and white capris from Last. It's definitely vintage and it's half off. $3.15. Yes. These kind of, no exaggeration, these look like the ones I got from Urban Outfitters. And these would be $5. No, this is actually even worse. These are from Faded Glory. They're not my size, but these are pretty much the exact pants that I got from Urban Outfitters. These are on sale. They're a blue tag. On sale for $1.29. Wait. These are from Maurice's, but they kind of look like, you know, those sort of like Y2K roll-up capris. I mean, I wore these pretty much exact my senior year of high school. I might have to try these on. I did find a blue pair that's really similar, and it is $6.30. Well, half off of that. All right, it's about that time. I don't enjoy it, but it has to be done. I found like one thing in the tank top section, so I'm gonna go with that, and then I kind of made my decisions, narrowed it down, and I'm gonna check out and we're on to the next. Okay, we're doing a coffee redemption. I've decided we're gonna make a swing through the drive-thru on the way to the next thrift store, which is Savers, and I'm gonna go to Black Rock Coffee. I'm not really in this area that often, so I'm gonna take it as an opportunity. They again have like really good flavored coffees. They have cold foams, they have protein stuff. Let's see what I end up getting.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, good, how are you?
Good, thanks for asking. Can I get credit for you today?
Can I please have a small iced decaf Mexican mocha?
Perfect. Credit will see you up front.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I made a game time decision and I'm happy with it. All right, here it is. We got our decaf iced Mexican mocha. Let's try it. It's so good. It's so cinnamony and like it's not too sweet. It's really balanced. It's a beautiful color. We love to see it. The coffee tastes good. 10 out of 10. Let's go to Savers! Alright, we're gonna start out in the trinkets. I like this little candle holder, very gardeny. I also like this figurine of a bunch of cats around a fishbowl. Cute. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. Oh, you hang it on the wall. God, it's heavy. They're in their cottage. I love that. Shout out to Wales. I've actually seen a few travel vlogs where people go, and this is the longest city name in the world. The translation is St. Mary's Church in the hollow of White Hazel near a rapid whirlpool, and the Church of St. Cilio near the Red Cave. I'm not going to try to say that. Here's the art. I'm kind of liking this floral print, but I don't love the frame. There's always, no matter what, a Jesus. This is a really cool frame. I'm always looking for frames that I can make little art projects out of. This one's cool. This little cherry wood, or it's supposed to look like cherry wood, with like a cute piece of fabric and then a Polaroid. Yeah. I also saw this one that has roses. It's very like textured. Super cute. I'm gonna check out some shorts. They're also playing Material Girl and I am vibing. Boring. Next. Alright, we are gonna brave the tank tops. Wish me luck. Ah! Vintage Disneyland. Shut up. This is a good omen. Isn't omen good? It's a good sign. I'm not getting this, but this is a vintage velvet fashion bug piece. Still has the tags attached. That is crazy. I like this tank top by Faded Rose. This might be cute, maybe. Look at this pretty vintage top. This is from Wonder Made. It's a velvet v-neck top with like some lace detailing. So pretty. I just found an absolute relic. This is a vintage Exhilaration tank top in this pretty kind of like faded lilac. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for and that I want to see more of. I like this cute little kind of almost peasant style tank top, but someone cut the tag off and there's not even like a size tag on the inside. I don't even know if this is the right size, so I guess I'll pass on that one. This is the same shirt as before, but in navy. Well, we'll see which one I like better. Look at this top. This is so Y2K. This is from Tabloid, I think. I don't think it's the right size. So pretty. Oh my god, look at this bubble dress? Shirt? What is this brand? It just has a butterfly. That is so funny. Well, I knew this would happen eventually. The strawberry dress of, what was this, 2021? I mean, I'm sure there's been others in thrift stores earlier than that, but this is the first time I've seen it. Everything always ends up at the thrift store. Taking a final browse through the men's section, which is not hitting today, and I think we will head out. Okay, I hope you can see me because my camera screen just broke, and like, I don't think it's gonna work. I've had this camera for 7.5 years at this point, 6.5 years, so like, it's time, but I'm really devastated. Anyways, here's my thrift haul. I'll keep it nice and quick. I got this vintage Disneyland shirt. This says Pirate Queen or something like that, so I just thought that would be fun for like a little pirate themed outfit. I got this gray tank top. All of these were 30% off because I had a coupon. I got the vintage exhilaration tank. This is gonna be so cute with like some little overalls, very 90s. And then I got this black tank top. I decided to go with the black and white from Savers, so we love that. Then from St. Vincent de Paul, I did in fact get the jacket. I had like talked myself out of it, and then I talked myself back into it. In worst case, I can always like resell it or something. An absolutely stunning trench coat. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I have thrifted like a tan one in the past, and I wore it and it was like too big and I just didn't love it, so I was like, maybe a darker color would be better because it looked like my hair color and stuff. So 10 bucks, yeah. My Harvard sweatshirt. Then we also have this sweatshirt that I actually didn't even realize it's from Primark. So it came from the UK, and I'm gonna do some sort of cricket thing. I might even do that tonight, we'll see. Oh, I also got this frame at Savers. Take it back to California with this, I think. And then the fitting rooms weren't open at the St. Vincent de Paul, or they were like, I don't know, all taken. So I was like, I'll just try this stuff on, and if it doesn't fit, I'll put it on my Depop or something. But I got the capris, the cargo, or what are they called? Gingham capris. I got these capris, which are funny and a throwback. I got these long shorts. They're a little see-through. Kind of concerned about that. And then this kind of like flowy tank tunic, I guess you could say, that I'm excited to layer with things. So yeah, I think that that was a pretty successful thrift haul. I'm gonna wash all of this stuff. I'm gonna have some lunch. I need to do some computer work. I might even film a main channel video, and then we will catch up later because Drew is going to our friend's house tonight to play Magic the Gathering, so I'm having a solo night in, and I can't wait. All right, made myself some leftovers for lunch. This feels like a very summer lunch. We've got a toasted bun with barbecue chicken. I made, well, Drew and I made like barbecue chicken last night. We marinated some chicken in the Carolina barbecue sauce from Trader Joe's. I have a kiwi. If you know, you know, it's my daily kiwi. I have some potato chips and some corn on the cob. And a Diet Coke, of course. Well, this friggin' sucks. I have to switch to my main channel camera, which looks like so different and weird, so I apologize. Or maybe it doesn't look different at all to you, but this thing completely broke. Like, devastating. Anyways, I just finished filming a main channel video. I did a fun little like trends based video where I kind of chatted about different trends. And now I am gearing up for my solo night in. I'm so excited. I'm going to finish my book. I'm going to get some more work done. Unfortunately, I have to do some more work stuff. It's only, what, 4:18 on a Friday, so I'll probably get like another hour and a half or so of work. I don't quite know what I'm having for dinner tonight. I'll have to raid the fridge and see what I've got. I'd like to just cook meals. We have been so go, go, go since we got here that we've cooked dinner. I think we've been here for, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we've been here 6 days. We've eaten for 7 nights coming up. And I think we've cooked at home once or twice that entire time. We've been mostly ordering, going out with family or friends. Like, I just really am craving a home cooked meal tonight, and we had one last night and it was very healing. That's why I had the leftovers for lunch today. But anyways, I'm just now remembering that the day that this vlog goes live, because these are like, you know, a week and a half behind, or I guess like a week. The day that this video goes up will be my 1 year since getting my gallbladder removed anniversary. I have had almost an entire year of not having a gallbladder, and so I thought I would give you like a little bit of a health update. I'd give you sort of my thoughts on how I'm feeling a year on. I am really starting to finally hit my stride when it comes to gallbladder recovery, and it really did take me almost a full year. I'm still not fully recovered yet, by the way. I'm still figuring out all sorts of stuff GI wise, but I just have to say, starting off, that getting my gallbladder removed was probably one of the biggest things that has changed my life. I mean that in kind of both a good and a bad way, but in case you weren't around last summer, I was really experiencing a ton of GI issues and pain, and I never actually had the same pain that a lot of other people were describing with gallbladder pain, where it's this like stabbing pain on your right side. I actually didn't feel that at all. I was feeling intense burning in my stomach every time I ate like a fatty meal, and the burning was like excruciating, and then I would get really debilitating nausea, and it was awful, and it would wake me up in the middle of the night, and like it was really inconsistent and just awful. So then I started going through a bunch of different tests. I went to a GI doctor first, and she recommended getting blood drawn. That was fine. Then I got a CT scan. That was fine. And then I got a hiiii scan, which is what basically determines the like efficiency of your gallbladder. So they hook you up to an IV, they monitor, they put you under this like kind of big thing, it was crazy, scanner, whatever you want to call it, x-ray machine thing, and it measures how your gallbladder is functioning, and then they inject you with this liquid that kind of simulates having had like a really full fatty meal, and they watch the way it moves its way through your GI system, and it's fascinating. Pretty much right away I got my results back. They were like, I think it was like you're supposed to have maybe 35% is like a good percentage. Anything below that is kind of bad, and I think mine was like, I can't remember, maybe 11. Like my gallbladder was like dying. And then so by the time I got it out, my surgeon had told Drew when I was like in recovery, when he came to get him, he was like, it was really inflamed and she had to have been really uncomfortable. So that was quite validating. But yeah, then the big recovery came where it was like, I didn't even realize going into it. Some people have like a very easy recovery. I should just say, some people are like, I was absolutely fine. I was back to eating my normal diet in days. Like I was not that way at all. And it was really helpful actually going into it, because my surgeon told me that some of his patients, it takes them like up to a year to recover. And that was daunting, but also comforting, because I was like, okay, it's gonna be like a long journey ahead. All of the pre-op nurses were very like adamant about, hey, this is gonna like, you know, it's gonna be a lot and it's gonna take you quite a bit of time to sort of recover, and your GI system has to completely relearn how to work. Like you've completely disrupted it and removed something from it, so it's got to like work out the kinks and all of that. So I felt like you were too far away. I don't know, I'm figuring out. You're on a tissue box. That was definitely true. It took me quite a while. I remember those first couple of weeks after surgery, I was so scared to eat anything. I also have emetophobia on top of all of this, so that was just a real fun extra little sprinkle on top. And this whole thing really triggered my OCD, which is what caused me to go back to therapy, specifically like OCD/exposure therapy. That's completely changing my life. But yeah, I remember those first couple of weeks after surgery just being so scary, and you have to eat really low fat at first. And I had kind of already been in that pattern recently over the last like maybe month or two before my surgery, just because of how sick I was feeling. And so, I mean, I don't want to like brush over this, but I also don't want to like alarm anyone. And I've kind of touched on this before, but when I was going through my health issues before I figured out that my gallbladder was causing problems and needed to come out, I felt so sick so often that there were days where I just laid in bed and cried all day long. Like I felt like a shell of a person. Drew, I don't know if, I think I've maybe said this before, but Drew was starting to become like quite concerned for me, and I was making pretty big statements, and I had such a like gray cloud above me at all times, and I was so
just fed up of feeling so terrible all the time. Like I'm talking awful burning stomach pain and nausea for days and days and days, sometimes weeks on end. And it's my worst nightmare. So just on top of it, there were times where I was making statements to Drew and he was like, do you need help? Like, are you okay? I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to be alive. Does that make sense? I don't want to trigger anybody or anything, but yeah, it was really rough. And I look back at the time that I was feeling that way and somehow was still putting out vlogs and main channel content. And like, I was still like hitting deadlines and I was still getting work done. And like, I was a shell of a person. It's crazy. And I just see it on my face. Like I was just so inflamed and I was so sick and I felt horrific. And so if you are also in the trenches when it comes to anything GI issue related, I just want to tell you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and there is hope for you around the corner, and you are not going to feel this way forever. Like you're just not. And so I probably really needed to hear that at the time, because in my mind I was just like, this is my life now. Like I was convinced that something really horrible was going on. And I do think that a lot of my GI, sorry about that, my battery died. What I was gonna say was a lot of my GI issues I think are being caused by other things like my SIBO and stuff, but we discovered my gallbladder along the way, which certainly wasn't helping. In fact, I think it was making me feel a lot worse. So I think there was some anxiety element, I think there was some SIBO element, and I also think that there was the gallbladder element. So that being said, I got it removed and started feeling a lot better. And I mean, when I was waiting to like get my hiiii scan, I was so desperate. I was so desperate for answers. Every day felt like a struggle. I remember there were some insurance issues with my hiiii scan initially, and I think I had to wait like an extra 3 days to get it because there was like all this crap going on with my insurance and my doctor. And I was like bawling my eyes out, being like, please, I will do anything. I will pay out of pocket. Like, I don't care. And that's how desperate I was for any kind of relief. I was so desperate that I went to the surgeon for like my surgery consultation, and he was like, I'm booked out for like the next few weeks, but like I have an opening tomorrow, but you probably don't want to do that. And I was like, I'll do tomorrow. I'll do tomorrow. Like that's how desperate I was to just like get some relief. And I'm so glad that I did, and it worked out so perfectly. But yeah, what a crazy time. And it's been a year. And yeah, I would say only in the last 3 months, if that, have I started to feel like a sense of normalcy. I had gotten used to my new normal, which was like an extremely, I want to say extremely limited diet, but just everything seemed to upset my stomach except like bland comfort foods. Like peanut butter and jelly was fine, chips were fine, things like that. But I couldn't do a lot of like pizza or foods that I love, like Mexican food or whatever. It was really upsetting my stomach. And now I've slowly started to kind of like microdose a lot of those foods, and I've gotten a lot more comfortable. I still can't have like super fried foods. I can't have French fries, can't have fast food, anything like that. But I can have like candy, and I can have some ice cream now, and I can tolerate dairy and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to give an update to say that I'm doing much better, and I sincerely appreciate everyone who always checks up on me and asks about me, and also the people who have reached out and told me that they've went to get their health checked because of the way that I've talked about it in videos before, about how I've encouraged people to get colonoscopies or to get your gallbladder checked or whatever it is. And I mean, I got a comment even on like the most recent vlog being like, I just had emergency gallbladder surgery. I mean, it's really common actually. I didn't realize how common it was, especially because no one in my family has ever had gallbladder issues. That's the other thing that's weird. A lot of times it's genetic. No one has ever had it done before. So that was just a fun little quirky thing about me. And yeah, it's just extremely common, and it's just something that happens. It also happens a lot to pregnant people, which is wild. I got so many DMs from people being like, I had mine removed when I was pregnant. Pardon? You are actual superstars if that happens to you. But yeah, so it changed my life. I would encourage anyone who's been thinking about it to do it. I made the mistake of going on Reddit and reading all of the horror stories beforehand. Don't do that. I would say, sure, that happens every once in a while, but that is such a small percentage. It is truly life-changing, and everyone that I've ever known or talked to or DM'd or met has like immediately felt so much better after getting those out. So that is basically where I'm at. I am like still working on my diet in general. I struggle a lot with food, and that's kind of been something that has swayed from one side to another throughout my life, and sometimes I feel like I'm a lot more restricted, and then sometimes I feel a lot more bingey, and it's just kind of a weird one. And I think I'm gonna start working with a registered dietitian again. I was earlier, and then I kind of stopped because I just had a lot going on, and I think I'm gonna pick that back up because I think it's really helpful. But yeah, crazy stuff. I can't believe it's been a year. But if you're like still in the early stages of your gallbladder surgery recovery, your cholecystectomy recovery, just know that there's hope for you there and you will feel normal again. I know it doesn't seem like it, but you will. You absolutely will. Should I show you my scars? I don't really think I've shown them in a while. They're kind of mostly gone. Also, the jeans that I'm wearing made a mark, but I have one right here. I have another one right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then there's one like deep inside my belly button, and those are, I think that's it, or maybe I have two on this side. I can't tell because I'm wearing these shorts and they gave me a red mark on my stomach, but that's pretty much it. So I am going to get some more work done and then we will just chill the rest of the evening. And I'm getting into comfy clothes right now. Would you like to guess whether or not I did anything relaxing? I didn't. I ended up just working this entire time. It is now 9:24. I mean, I took like a little break. I made dinner. I was like scrolling on TikTok for a little bit, but yeah, I got a lot of work done. I got like pretty much this entire vlog edited. I got some footage sent off to my editor for a main channel video. I answered some emails. I submitted an offer, or like a brand needs some info, so I sent that. I ended up, like earlier I was talking about how I wanted to have like a home cooked meal for dinner. I did in fact have butter noodles. If you leave me to my own devices, I will make butter noodles. Like that's just what I do. So all my laundry is clean from all the stuff that I thrifted earlier. I did the Lysol laundry sanitizer and then just like ran it through the wash. And I think I want to quickly do a little Cricut vibe. So I want to add some text to the front of the sweatshirt in felt letters if I have them, preferably. So like, let's just do that real quick, you know? Just finish off the night strong. Okay, my hair is so... I'm washing it immediately after this. Okay. All right, I've got my little thing pulled up. I'm gonna say lucky girl. I'm using just one of the fonts that they have. I'm gonna use the matte. And it's sticky on the mat. In case you haven't seen my main channel videos where I've made stuff on the Cricut, then you insert into the Cricut. Gotta really make sure you do this right or it will jack it up. So it does like a... kind of forgot about that part. It does like a sample run through type thing before it prints. I feel like there's always like at least one mess up with every Cricut project I've ever done. I'm excited. Do I need to get my little iron-on thing going too? The Cricut I have, by the way, in case you're wondering, is called the Joy Extra, and then this is called the Easy Press 2, which is a gigantic iron basically, which is so legit when it comes to doing iron-on stuff. It's the best. Unload. I need to check the material so I know what temperature to set it to. 315 for 30 seconds. Perfect. So now cover the mat back up. We're gonna cut this out. I have all my Cricut tools right here actually. So that is very convenient. All I'm gonna need really is my scissors and my weeding tool. I decided for it to say lucky girl because, I don't know, manifesting good things. I also bought a tank top at the Hilary Duff concert that says lucky me, so you know. It's a little bit about gratitude. It's a little bit about manifesting. See it. The weeding part is probably one of my favorite parts of the process. It is so satisfying. Oh, she's done. All right, I've got my little graphic weeded out, and now I'm trying to decide where I want to put it. I want to put it kind of higher up, and then I'm gonna put it in the middle. Oh, is this the right position? Are you straight? Sure. And then I think I'm gonna add some stars later. I might add some of my leopard stars. I might add some stars in white and black. I might add a different color, I'm not sure. But then all you do, stick this on, it's preset. You just hit that. That's it. Okay, let it cool for a second. And that's our new sweatshirt. I'm a lucky girl. So anyway, I'm gonna take a shower, do my hair routine. I'm gonna crawl in bed. I'm hopefully gonna finish my book tonight. I'm getting close, but I still have like 100 pages, so I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna enjoy our final full day in Arizona tomorrow, and then it's back to California vlog. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Bear with me when I have all of these like camera changes coming up. I'm probably gonna have to order an entirely new vlog camera because they don't make this one anymore. I didn't like drop it or anything, it just finally broke, so sad. But anyways, love you guys, and I will see you very soon in the next vlog. Bye!